random show and tell here I got. As you can see from the thumbnail, I got some random things, a couple other things here. Things you've probably seen, some you might not have, or some of you haven't seen, but I haven't done a show and tell in a while. I've wanted to, but I can never figure out what to show. So, I figured I'd grab some things. So I'll start off with this Garrett Cole autograph, Topps Heritage 21. You would have seen this in my unboxing of this, and apparently this was a solid, very solid hit, especially for a blaster box out of Walmart. Pretty cool to get it. It's still in pretty solid shape. It's funny, like you get stuff like this, and then all of a sudden you get that itch. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get something else great. I think this is typically like a $50 card or something, at least from what I've seen on eBay. Pretty cool though. Decent tapping on it. Does it affect the value? And these obviously Top Heritage are in the style of the cards from the 70s. Each, like, this is the 71 Topps, I believe. Definitely cool. Next up, I got this. You've probably seen. I must have did an unboxing of this when I got it, but it's one of the only two Funko Pops that I have. The other one's the Blue Fangs from the Castlevania cartoon on Netflix. But this is pop albums, right? So we got Iron Maiden, Power Slave. Power Slave's an awesome album. I always, when it comes to Maiden, I always bounce back and forth between, my favorite albums. My top three, definitely, in no particular order, are Power Slave, Somewhere in Time, and Killers. Killers is the second and final album of those. Paul Dano. Did he die this year? And those earlier Maiden albums have such a, well, the first two, even Number of the Beast to an extent too. The first one with Bruce Dickinson. I think it's the first one with, no, I think Clive Burr was still the drummer on Number of the Beast. He was also passed. He might have passed a while ago though. They have that punk feel to them, especially Killers and Iron Maiden. Number of the Beast still has it a little bit. And then once Peace of Mind comes along, that's when it turns into like the Maiden sound you're almost accustomed to. Peace of Mind, Power Slave. Somewhere in Time actually sounds a bit different, but it still has that kind of vibe. And Seventh Son is decent. No Prayer for the Dying I'm not a fan of. I like some songs, but I find it kind of cheesy. Fear the Dark, solid. And then the two that, when I was like, I forget the guy's name. The third singer they had when Bruce left before he came back. They did Virtual 11, I think, and The X Factor. They were okay albums, but I forget, like Blaze Bailey, is that the guy's name? And then Bruce comes back. Brave New World I liked, but it was also the Maiden sound. And then I lost such interest in Maiden. I remember that second one came out. I can't remember. Was it Dance of Death, the second one, or A Matter of Life and Death? I forget what the second one was called in that era. The 2000s era, we'll say. So I think Brave New World was 2000. I couldn't, it was like this, they might as well release the same album 4 or 5 times in a row. And the last album, ninjutsu or shinjutsu, I think it's called, is so. Bruce is trying to sing like an opera singer. He sounds exhausted. The music is just. I'm like, my friend's playing it at work one day, and I was like, I can't. I'm like, please turn this off. I'm like, I can't listen to this. I'm getting angry. But anyway, Power Slave is a classic. These are the bigger albums. Obviously, you have the album cover in the background. You got Eddie here. It's this obviously here. This and the two down here, but a fantastic album. I think Mike Piazza used to come out when he was on the Mets. He'd play music before guys would come out. I think he would come out. He used to, at least one of the songs was Lost for Words, the instrumental on this album. But definitely cool. Like I said, I'm not a huge pop fan. I always get tempted to get certain ones, because obviously there's, what, millions of these things at this point. I feel like you go after the ones that you like from whatever properties, and I like this, and the Blue Fangs character I liked, even though he's barely in the Castlevania show, and I always look at like Scooby-Doo ones and stuff like that. And some of the sports ones I'll look at, but I never end up getting any of them. Surprisingly, I got this one and the other one. But yeah, Power Slave, pop albums. This one's my fiance's dad dropped off a bunch of Christmas decorations. We kept some. We're gonna give some to Goodwill or whatever. This is these were kind of cool. I'll show them in a second. Lennox. I didn't know what Lennox was before this, but they are pretty cool ornaments, actually. I guess this was a set. 1989. Handcrafted in Taiwan. This polar bear here, pretty cool detail and stuff on here, I gotta say. It looks like, you know, this, I would assume this is supposed to be like a merry-go-round. Definitely pretty cool. I'll show the others as well. Horse. This is good details. It's got a nice feel to it. It doesn't feel cheap. What are the... in there. Got a lion here. Once again, nice detail. He's got a little crown there and stuff. A lino. And the last one is a reindeer. That's supposed to be a reindeer, just a regular buck. Like I said, definitely a cool detail on these. Nice, they look nicely made. Oh, they were cool little ornaments, actually. Yeah, we should keep those. These two you definitely would have seen. They are not complete. They don't have the games, but got Paper Mario, Ogre Battle 64, Person of Lordly Caliber. Boxes and manuals. I picked these up at that garage sale that No Mercy was in. It was these two boxes. They had a bunch of manuals stuffed in them. I had sold the Harvest Moon 64 manual Donkey Kong 64 manuals in there. Scooby-Doo, Classic Creep Capers, and Mission Impossible, which is funny because then I grabbed Mission Impossible online of the manual as well. I have my original Scooby-Doo Classic Creep Capers manual as well, but that one's got a lot of wear to it. But it was cool. I was like, I'm grabbing this. I'm like, of course the games aren't in there. But funny enough, like I said, with the No Mercy, I'm like, well, I know this game is like $30, and I found out it was the one that got sent back to the company because there's some kind of glitch, and they send you one back with -0 on the card. And that one's worth like $250. Of course, that's if someone decides to buy it. And if they don't, it has no value. This box has got wear and stuff, but it's got the manual and the other random things. Honestly, these boxes of manuals you can sell for over $100, which is mind-boggling. Oddly enough, the manual has less value than the box. I guess because I don't know why people actually find the boxes more valuable, but they do. Never played this game. I don't think I've ever played a Paper Mario game. Oh no, I did. I played one of that one that was on 3DS. What was it, Sticker Star or something? That was actually pretty decent. This box is in, for all things considered, it's in alright condition. It's got some dents and stuff. This one has more value. This even has the plastic wrap on it. This game is like $100 on its own without anything. Because I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy it, and then this thing will really have value. I realistically still could and make profit if I sold it complete. Because if I sold it complete, because it was, what did I pay? $10. I got the 2K, the boxes and manuals, a couple other manuals, and the game. So if you're looking at $250, we'll say, like if I counted this box and this manual for $250, that one for $250, the game for $250, and then the other manuals for $250, it'd be $250 plus maybe if I got lucky and got it under 100, but say $100, $102.50. I'd probably be able to sell this complete for like $300. So it's actually still worth it to kind of do that. And this even has the registration card. These are a bunch of, it had a bunch of this shit in it. The Nintendo 64 things. The consumer book. Consumer information precautions booklet. That you kind of skim through one time and then you're like, okay. Nice color manual though for Ogre Battle. The manual I could sell too for like $40 if I wanted to. And then I could sell a box. And this has also got the a player's guide. Offer inside. Still good. Like I said, that's kind of cool, and having this card in there. People like their things complete, so. When I first had the Nintendo 64, I had all my games boxed and complete. I lined them up next to the TV. I had my 20-inch, I think it was a 20-inch or 1921, whatever the hell it was, Zenith tube TV, and this cabinet thing. And then I put all the games on the side like this, so they're facing out like that. I had a picture of it somewhere. I don't know where the hell it went. And the last thing is just some coins. The 24 karat gold 1/10 ounce early releases SP70 200,016 W10C. This has value, I believe. This is a dime, but it's 1/10 gold. Let's take a look at these. I have more of these. Like I said, this was my stepdad's coin collection, and then he passed, and I sell some of it, and then I split the money with my mom. But I actually have just given her money now and just hold on to the coins so when I do sell them, so I could just be giving her money instead of waiting for me to sell them all. I was like, listen, I'm going to give you money. I'll sell them when I get back to that number that I gave you, then we'll split it again. She still has more. He had a ton. It was probably like 10. I mean, realistically, if you're looking at value, not what you end up selling at, it's pretty $10,000, $15,000 worth of freaking He did enjoy it, apparently. Let's look this up real quick. I've looked this up, but I don't know. I'm going to eBay, of course. I need to get another coin magazine with up-to-date prices. Not that it matters. Yeah. Is that it? Oh, maybe it is Centennial's 100th anniversary. It's a Mercury dime. Graded, of course. SP70. So this is SP70. Yeah, I mean, $400, $400 to $500 for this coin, because it's gold and it's graded now too. But it's gold. 70 is the best you can do. Oh, I forget what SP stands for. I did look all these up, like because it's SP. There's like PR. I think it's proof. MS there is, or P. Yeah, there's a ton. Here's another one. 1986 Eagle G5 MS. Is it MS69? That is the authentic hand signed by Don Everhard. He's the Mint lead sculptor. Retired, apparently. Let's check this one. Nice little thing to fall back on if you need money. Because people will buy these. Like, people love coins now. You're not getting $500 really. Even if you sold it on eBay, you sell it for exactly $500. You're not getting $500 after your fees and shit. You might as well shave off $100. 1986 Eagle G. Remember that? G. Is that from House of the Dead? And this is the one here. 365. Someone's selling it for 400, 300. Anywhere between 3 and 4. Apparently 355. That's not graded though. The graded ones go for closer to 4. And here's another one. I have like 4 or 5 of these now in their. This is how they originally would have come. I don't know what he would have been paying for these. Probably $100-something bucks. This is 2014. And you get a little certificate of authenticity. Pretty decent sound. Don't do that to the coins when you're doing. Solid sound. I like these little things. And then you turn it and you get the back. What is this, 2014? It says it on the front. These are probably selling for like $2-something. Gold is expensive, even if it's 1/10 of an ounce. American Eagle. Oh god, I hate it. I hate typing on here. American Eagle. 1/10 gold proof coin. I could get this graded. Probably cost. I don't know how much it costs graded actually. No, this is not graded. It's in its original box. And someone's selling it for 460, 430. You know, let's see what it's actually sold for. That's the real barometer of how much you're going to get for this. No exact matches because it hasn't even sold. There's a 2004 one selling for $290. They all kind of sell for the same though, no matter the year. Definitely $250 to $350. If I were to choose, I don't even know if I would. I'm very paranoid about selling higher priced things on eBay. I've always have been, even back since like 2008 or whenever, 2006 I would have started. But yeah, just a random show and tell us some stuff. I want to show some things that I